So today we're making fridge clean out stir fry. So today I thought I'd make a stir fry since I've got so many things in the freezer that I kind of needed to use up. So we've got 2 porterhouse steaks here, which I actually, that was done like almost last year now. The 2 porterhouse steaks. And then I've got some low-cal noodles as a substitute to normal noodles. I've got some capsicum that's been in the freezer. Capsicum freezes completely fine if you're using it for something like a stir fry. And then I've got some broccolini that needs to be used by. I'm sure it'll be fine in the stir fry. And then I've got some spring onions here, an onion, some little things of garlic which I'm gonna have to go and crush all up, and also a couple of carrots. So we're going to start making the sauce for the stir fry. So this is from Recipe 10 Eats. I'll link it down below. I'm going to do a half recipe because I think it's just going to be too much otherwise. So I've got a little bit of corn flour in here, and then I've got 1/4 cup of soy sauce, 1/4 cup of oyster sauce. Now I did rinse out the bottle a little bit, so it is a little bit loose. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, two tablespoons of Chinese cooking wine, tablespoon of sugar, and then 1/2 teaspoon of white pepper. I'm also going to put in a teaspoon of Szechuan pepper. I've got it already, so I'm just going to use it because I think it will just add a bit of a kick to it. And now we're just going to mix all that together. So now we're going to prepare the beef. So I bought this a year ago and I got it for a good price. So I portioned it up and I vacuum sealed it. So I might have put it in my freezer and kind of forgotten about it. It's still perfectly fine. It's just been in the freezer for about a year. So now I'm just going to cut off most of the fat, and then we're going to slice it on the blast to get a nice thin pieces. So now we're going to velvet the beef, so just to make it just taste a little bit better when we go to eat it. So we're going to put a little bit of bicarb on, just a little bit, maybe 1/2 teaspoon. A little bit of cooking wine, just a smidgen. And just some soy sauce as well. Again, just a smidgen. And then also I'm going to put some pepper in as well. That's nice. I'm just going to give it a little stir. So now we're going to slice up the veggies. So first we're going to do the onions, nice and easy, just in quarters, and then we're just going to go straight across. And I've got some garlic here. It looks like a lot, but they're pretty small, so. I do have a garlic crusher, but I absolutely hate cleaning it. And as you chop, I'm just working together how they're going to be put into the actual wok. Oh, those onions that make me tear up. The next thing is some ginger. So what I do is I buy my ginger and I just freeze it. And then when I go to use it, I just pull out the grater and just start grating it. And it keeps really well in the freezer. Because here we can't afford to have it go off because last time I looked, I think it was about $25 a kilo for a piece of ginger. Okay, with that. We've got our carrots. They've been peeled. I'm just going to take the tail on, and I think I'll just go down the middle. Just cut them at an angle. I do have a V-slicer to do this, but I'm not pulling out for one thing. Those over there, because I need a different time. So I've never put broccolini into a stir fry, but you know, there's always a first time. I'm just going to chop the ends off and then I'm going to chop it into pieces. I don't think this needs to be like blanched like normal broccoli. We should put it down straight away. Got that there. Then we also have our capsicum that's frozen. You don't have to defrost it or anything, just do it frozen. And then we've got our noodles. So these noodles are made from konjac root and they're almost zero carb, which are great for if you're doing low carb or anything like that. Just make sure when you go to use them that you actually run them under running water, because they do actually just smell just a little bit. Alright, so we're going to do that. So this is a cast iron wok, and the great thing about this is even though I don't have an actual wok burner, this really does retain the heat and make it a lot easier with actually cooking everything in the wok. So now we're going to heat the wok on high until it's piping hot. So this has been heating for about 5 minutes and you can see it's smoking now. This is now ready to go. So what I'm going to use is peanut oil. I'm just going to get right around the edges there. And we're going to start frying off the beef. What you're going to do is try to get everything in a single layer. And then I'm just going to kind of leave it for a few seconds. Never how far I'm out of it. I can give it a stir. Almost cooked, we're going to add our onions, garlic and ginger. Now we'll add our carrot. And also we're going to add our frozen capsicum or bell pepper. Cook that for another couple of minutes. I'm actually going to add the bottom half of the broccolini. Just because they are a bit stalky, so they might need a little bit more time to cook. And so it's the first time I cook the broccolini in the stir fry, so we'll see how it goes. So now we're going to add the rest of the vegetables, so we'll add the stalks to the broccolini and also some spring onions. Which I did forget to film veg chops. There we go. And the great thing about this is you could use any vegetable through the fridge. Anything that you use up. Stir fry is probably the easiest thing to use multiple items up in the fridge. So rather than letting them go off, make a stir fry. I'm going to give this a few minutes and then I'll add the konjac noodles and then add the sauce. So now I'm going to add the konjac noodles. And we're going to add our sauce. Now the recipe said to mix this with water. I've just put it in as is, so I'm not too fussed about that. I'm going to rinse it out with a little bit of water though. Nice test. We can really smell that Szechuan. If you haven't tried Szechuan, it's basically almost makes your tongue go numb. It's pretty cool. Nice and aggressive, is that?